This is a zero-context introduction to users, roles, and permissions. If you're working on a Drupal site, you will need to log in. In Drupalese, you need a user. Users have usernames and passwords, which you use to log in at your root Drupal URL /user/login. Users also have roles, like content editor or administrator. These roles define what permissions the user has. A basic user might only have the permission to add or edit content, while an administrator can change any configuration in the entire site. Say you're an administrator, then you can see the list of users at the People tab on the Management menu. It's a good idea to keep this up to date and remove users belonging to people who no longer need access, or which were created in error. You can do this by selecting the unneeded users and, under Action, choosing to block or cancel the selected user account. Click Apply to Selected Items, and then select what to do with any content authored by that user. If it's truly a bogus user, then you don't have to worry about it. You can delete the user and their supposed contents. There's also an option here to disable the user, which means the same thing as block from logging in. You can see what permissions are assigned to each role on the Permissions tab. Permissions are defined by modules and can be very numerous. We can set up, for example, who can see their own draft content, or who can create, edit, or delete articles. You'll notice that Administrator has all the checkboxes checked and grayed out. This is because Drupal reserves one role to be the admin role, which always has permission to do everything. You can set up different roles with different levels of permission. More on doing that will be in another video. Adding new users can be done manually, or by interfacing with a single sign-on system, but that too is out of the scope of this video. By default, in Drupal, anyone can create an account. One thing that you might want to do is change this. Under Manage Configuration People Account Settings, I always change Who Can Register Accounts to Administrators Only. Otherwise, the site tends to get spammed with robots trying to create users. Another thing you may want to do is change the username of the first user from admin to something else. Again, this is to foil automated login attempts. For more, visit Getting Started with Drupal Administration on drupal.org. To recap, users have roles, and roles bestow permissions, which allow you to perform certain tasks on a Drupal site. Managing users is an important part of running a Drupal website.